When it comes to animating Camper, it's actually pretty easy, especially since we've already rigged the character. So the main thing we're going to do is set up a few key poses, and then we can actually just have the computer interpolate or tween between those poses, and we can turn that on and off and do it manually if we choose. So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and select my transform tool. And because we're animating, I'll go ahead and turn on the animate button. And I'm going to make sure I keep my peg pretty much collapsed here. So I'm going to insert a keyframe on frame 1, simply pressing F6. And for this first frame, I'll just go ahead and pose Camper. Just have her arms. It's kind of a little more natural. Let's do Shift B. And I'll just get the other arm here. Press B to go up a little bit, to go back up the hierarchy. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and set another pose at about frame 5 here. Simply press F6. And I'll just move the legs a little bit. Let's do Shift B. And do Shift B once more to go down the hierarchy. And I'll bend the back leg a little bit. And let's do Shift B to go down again. And I'll turn on my onion skin so I can see what the previous pose was. And I'll go ahead and move her forward a little bit. So you can now see the effect of what's happening with the onion skin. And just to show you exactly how we can get the animation done, I'm going to go ahead and press R on frame 1 to go back to its original position. And I'm just going to press R for all of the layers and do Shift B. And so now you can see a little bit of animation we've done there. And I can also animate the bone that's in her neck. So we can have the head rotate up a little bit. And once we have that done, of course, this might be moving too fast. So then once we have our keys set, we can automatically just move those how far apart we need them to be. So if I play this now, let's turn on our loop. And last but not least, we also have control over her blinks, things like that. So maybe midway we'll start her eyes to blink a little bit. We'll move our playhead forward. And I'm just using my less than and greater than keys on the keyboard. And I'm controlling the blinks with the bracket keys. I'm moving back and forward to the drawing substitutions using the bracket keys. And move forward so they're open again. And if I play the loop, and that is basically how we'll be setting up the animations. Now it's going to be a little more detailed because we're going to actually have her speaking to a character in a scene, but that's in a later chapter. So when you think about working on animating a character, especially a cutout character, you would set your key poses and you would do the first pass to make sure your movement is correct. And then the second pass, you can add things like facial expressions, eye blinks, or maybe eye movements and things like that.